glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching, preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, and to the Bias Shadabadad, the house of David. This is Men of Valor Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back to, are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. You're the only one who has the opportunity at salvation, all right? And even more specific, it is the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, that will receive salvation. Starting with the 144,000 elect men, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony. 2/3 of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's nation here on Babylon the Great, aka Sodom and Gomorrah, aka Egypt, aka Rome 2.0, here on the shores of America, will be destroyed, all right, for not following after the testimony of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, hey, for seeking after Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and making amends by repentance. All right, to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai for the disobedience, the lack of faith, the disrespect that has been shown unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, you need your power. All right, there's no other way that you can be saved. There's nothing else that you need in this world than Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is just helping you along your way. But it's Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai who still provides all of that. All right? So know and understand that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, hey, the Holy Spirit is what Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to give to you if you be of his elect. All right? If you are desired by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, this word will resonate within you. And as the Rakakadash, all right, hey, that will help you discern, all right, the things that are pleasing to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai upon studying and so on and so forth. All right, but without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into these scripts. Lord willing, be edifying, uplifting camp, all right, unto the body. We're going to start here in the book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 1.
This is Job 2 and 1. It says, again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Most High, Yahweh.
Right, so here it is, hey, in Job, in the beginning, all right, in the beginning of Job, it said the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan was there too. All right, it didn't say Satan as if he was just a random stranger showed up. He said the sons of God. All right, so here it is, Yahweh controls the left hand and the right hand. All right, he has sons on the right hands to perform this which is righteous and holy, and that which you are supposed to do, Yasharallah. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, in this day, in this time, you are to follow on the right-hand side. All of Israel is supposed to follow on the right-hand side. All right, but yet he is a balance. All right, he is a balance. Pull Proverbs, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Yeah, Proverbs 11. All right.
All right, I got you. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. It says, a false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight.
Right, a false balance is an abomination unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but a just weight. All right, to be a just weight is to have an equal amount on each side. All right, so Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai has provided what? He has provided an equal amount. He has an equal amount of righteousness, and there's an equal amount of wickedness. All right, he has his sons. All right, his sons. All right, because the angels are his sons. All right, so hey, the right-hand side of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is doing righteously, following after righteousness, doing the things that are pleasing unto Yahweh. Okay, read that again.
So back on Job 2 and 1, it says, and again, there was a day when the sons, all right, of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them, presenting himself before Yahweh.
Right, so Satan on the left-hand side. All right, Satan is perfect in his wickedness. All right, the counterpart of Satan here in this world, in this day, in this time, is Esau Edom. All right, it's the so-called white man. And that's why you're seeing this devil amp up in everything that he's doing and becoming more wicked. That's why you're seeing, hellish conditions, perpetuating their self through the earth. Because this devil was given the sword, okay? Esau Edom's blessing is the sword. And the fatness of the earth. Matter of fact, pull that in 25, Genesis 25 and 36.
Genesis 27.
Good. 27. Good.
All right.
39.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27. It's starting at verse 39. And it's 38. Genesis 27 and 38. It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lift up his voice and wept.
All right, so this was a blessing given unto Esau Edom. All right, because, Jacob already received his blessing that the Most High wanted him to have at this point. But here it is. Esau came on in for his blessing.
Bless me, O Father.
All right, you got it?
Verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. You shall have all the best lands. All right, you should have everything in the land that your heart desires. All right, whatever land you're in, you're gonna have the best. Okay, you're gonna have the best, but for a time period. Okay, go ahead.
And of the dew of heaven from above.
From the dew of heaven from above.
And if you go deeper into that, it's talking about direct energy weapon. You're thinking about how those fires in Maui and those other places started.
His weaponry.
Yeah.
All right. His blessing is the sword. All right. His blessing is the sword. So when he is to receive all things, it is to put everything underfoot. All right. His sword, is vast. He has so many different abilities with his technology. Okay, that allows him to do certain things.
He can weaponize his blessing in all industries.
Right.
Every industry that is basically created to weaponize that shit, man.
And this is verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live.
Yeah, and that's the point that y'all was going into, is that by the sword thou shalt live. That's how he gains.
Right.
He gets more substance through use of that sword.
Right. If he doesn't use his sword, it's like what is it? Apocalypto, right? When in the book where Columbus says how he says, I didn't put down my sword but for one moment.
Yeah, well, it didn't say that in Apocalypto.
I'm saying
but,
Apocalypto was the depiction of it.
Well, they didn't come till the very end.
Right, but
in Apocalypto,
19 the Christopher Columbus movie,
1948.
1940.
Or is that what it is?
1940. Or I'm
no,
confused with movies.
My bad.
80.
I know what you.
It's in my catalog. I can't. I'm thinking too many.
You got
movies
a 1492.
Yeah, 1492.
I was like, that's the dead. 1948 is.
I was thinking of that.
Belfort.
But Yahweh Shem Yahushua had allowed this devil to come in and do that which is his blessing. All right, at the end of Apocalypto, that's what happened. All right, it's like you could watch those movies damn near back to back. All right, to get a better understanding.
Yeah.
Okay. But here it is. This devil turns around and says he's not the one. He wouldn't do anything like that. Right? All he was trying to do is secure a spot for him and his.
Well, that's the spirit of Cain.
Right.
And my brother's keeper.
Right. Sorry, New Jack City just popped in my mind.
You want me to continue down on this?
Yeah.
All right, starting with verse 40 again, Genesis 27:40. And by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke off thy neck.
Right, and this devil had a time. Hey, this devil had a time where our foot was on his neck, but now his foot is on our neck. All right, this is prophecy. All right, this is prophecy that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has made this, and he made Esau Edom. He made the devil to be the whipping stick for his nation. That's the whole purpose. All right, that's the whole purpose of Esau Edom. He had to raise a nation to subdue us by his hand. And essentially, he's the closest thing to us because Esau is Jacob's brother. So he had to use something of the magnitude that came from the magnitude of the lineage. All right? To put us in subjection unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh's word. And that's a similitude. All right? The left-hand side and the right-hand side come from the same place. All right? Satan and Yahweh, all right, come from the same source. Jacob and Esau come from the same source. Right? So was it not of Yahweh Shem Yahweh? All right?
You want me to continue that? Just one more?
Yeah.
Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Right, and this is that perpetual hatred. All right? He hates the fact that he doesn't have the first blessing. Why? Because in 25 starting at 36, it tells you. All right, what he did, he sold his birthright. All right? He sold his birthright. It was not beneficial unto him right then. So being that it wasn't fast food, all right, he wanted it and he couldn't get it. He wanted the Most High to provide it to him when he wanted it.
I want it now.
Right? So Jacob, through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, said, hey, you're so hungry, you already know what the Most High tells us to do. There's multiple things that you can do. All right, but if you want this, if you want this, give me your birthright. If you want this uncooked meat, this red pottage, all right, and you want this uncooked meat, go ahead and give me your birthright. And what did he say? He said,
Real good. What's this gonna benefit me?
it ain't gonna benefit me. I'm hungry now.
I want my money and I want it now.
All right, and that's essentially, hey, him giving up Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. He didn't obey the words of his father because his father was teaching him good things, but yet he cast it away. Same thing after when his mother told him, hey, don't take a Canaanite woman to wife. I'm going to do what I want to do. He has always shown himself to be adverse because he is the left-hand side. All right, he was made to be an adversary. All right, an opposition for Jacob. All right, you got it.
Hebrews 12:17, for ye know how that afterward when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Actually, start at I think 16.
This is Hebrews 12:16. It says, "Lest there be any fornicator, fornicator, or profane person, as Esau, who for one
morsel
the water of meat sold his birthright."
Right, for a morsel of meat, for a little bit of meat, he sold his blessing. He said, man, this shit, I don't care about it. Give me the food. Fuck what you talking about, Jacob. Give me the food. All right? He has no care. So why do you think this nigger is gonna care about you?
Yeah, because he's a carnal, you know. He lives by the flesh. He's not spiritual.
Romans 9 and 11.
Definitely not spiritual.
All right,
Definitely not spiritual.
go ahead.
17. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Right. He knew that he would inherit the blessing if he just but waited. If he would have had the patience, the wisdom and the knowledge, to wait. Because you got to remember, he had a portion. He was in his father's house. So his father was still teaching him those good things. But what did he do? He despised that. Matter of fact, can you pull Proverbs 1? 1 in... 7.
You want 1 and 7? I'm there.
Yeah.
You want me to grab that right now, or?
No, just hold it.
Okay.
Back in Hebrews 12 and 17, it says, at the top again, for ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, through he sought it carefully with tears.
So he sought it carefully with tears. He found no place of repentance. Why? Because he already had the blueprint of what to do, but he chose not to do it. All right.
And that's sucky. That show that repentance isn't for these Edomites either. You know.
Yep. Hey. Yeah.
That whole doctrine that everybody can get saved.
Right. As a matter of fact, you can pull that first, and then you pull that after. Yeah.
This is Proverbs 1 and 7. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Right. So he was a fool. He despised the wisdom and instruction of his father. All right. He despised the wisdom because you have a thought process. All right. That Isaac was not telling both of his sons what to do. He gave you the example of, hey, Esau, go out to the field, go hunt, and give me that and make that meat that I like so much. That's what I want you to do. All right? Esau was Isaac's favorite son. So you don't think he was giving him direction of how to live and what to do when he needed to do it?
Probably was giving him more since he was the favorite.
Right. That was his eldest son. But lo and behold, I'm doing what I want to do. All right? I'm going to do what I want to do to an extent because I decide when I want to do it. All right? Matter of fact, can you jump over to 4? 4 and 1. Read through 4.
Proverbs 4 and 1. Hear ye children, the instruction of a father, and attend to know understanding.
Right, attend to know understanding. Incline your ear to understand. All right? Listen to what the father is saying to you. Here it is. Your father wasn't speaking vain words. Isaac wasn't speaking vain words to Esau. He was giving him instruction all the way through. But here it is. Hey, he decided to pick and choose what he wanted to do, what he could do. I should do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to do this. All right? You got it?
Verse 2 says, for I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
Right, I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. So if you were to stand up here and say Isaac was the father like a man of the world today, all right, and didn't cling unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you would be called a motherfucking lie. All right? Because the blessing came through who? Isaac. All right? Isaac.
Verse 3, for I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live.
Right. Here it is. Isaac gave him sound doctrine to keep his commandments and live. But Esau casted them away. He only had to follow what his father had told him. And essentially, we understand that he didn't heed the words of his father because he was made to be on the left-hand side. Had he listened to the words of his father, he would have understood that the blessing was already secured and his. He just had to do everything it is that his father had told him to do. But he picked and chose when he wanted to do it. It's not you picking and choosing that I'm gonna do it this day, I'm gonna do it that day. No, fuck this day. Today I'm gonna be a heathen. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna get a bump in. I'm gonna go to the club. I'm gonna sleep with another man's wife.
Yeah, they acted on Esau was acting on self-will.
Right. Now, and that's the spirit. I was just about to say he was self-willed.
Self-glorification.
Right. I'm gonna do it what I want to do it. And it led him ultimately what? To not receiving the blessing. Because you can't be a Hebrew on Monday, or you can't be a Hebrew Israelite on the weekend, and on Monday through Friday, you're just a complete fucking demon. All right? You're clinging after the world. But oh no, when it's time to come to camp,
He's the homie.
you feel so spiritual. You're the modern day Christian with a Hebrew Israelite twist. All right? You're a part of the I can't seize. All right? Because you're not seeing Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're not seeing what he tells you to do. You're not seeing how he tells you to walk. All right? You have to be full-hearted in this thing. You have to give it all. All right?
Say fools despise instructions, so they don't care for instruction.
Right.
They never care in the first place. That's why he has that well. He don't give a damn. I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Right.
And 2/3 of our people got that same energy, same mindset.
Why? Because it's profitable unto you now. Like it was profitable to Esau when he ate that meat and he got full. He said, damn, now I'm satisfied. Now I'm good. All right. Yeah, let me go back. Now I can go and get in that field and hunt like I was doing. Now everything's cool and right. Hey, acceptable men are found in the furnace of adversity. You have to be going through something, all right, to be found acceptable. If everything peaches and cream in your life and everything is fine and everything is just number one.
You're blessed at that point.
Hey, you're blessed. Everything's fine in my life. I have no trials, you know. Everybody loves me and everything like that. No. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, you shall be hated for my name's sake. Hated. Because of me. Because you're doing the things I tell you to do and the way I told you to walk. You're going to be hated because of me. That's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua demands of you. To accept that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 11. It says, for the children, being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to the election, might stand, not of works.
That the purpose of Yahweh Shem Yahushua stands. From the children not yet being born, neither doing good nor bad, but for the purpose of the election. Go ahead and go back to Job. Read Job again.
Back on Job 2:1, it says, again, there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before Yahweh. And Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it.
Right. So here it is. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he just gave what? He gave you the purpose. He gave you the left-hand side, he gave you the right-hand side. The left-hand side goes up and down the earth. All right? Going to see who he made devour. All right? Going to see who can put more hell on, more persecution. All right? And who his favorite to persecute and antagonize is who? Jake. so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, as well as the speckled bird whose father's line goes back. He just loves to put a certain type of hell on you, right? He makes the most money off of you when you're in a poor case. He receives all his blessings when he does whatever he does unto you. Why? Because you're his number one adversary. All right? You're the one that he creates all these devices for. Right? You're the one that he says, all right, if we do it this way, we can wipe out all of this at one time. So if I cut the trees down and build this right here, that's gonna lower their frequency if we put this plant over here. All right? Now we're gonna drop a liquor store over here, and we're gonna put a gun store right there. Yeah, we have certain laws, but we're gonna let them bypass the laws. You can sell it out the back door. It doesn't matter. We know that you're doing it.
Let's fit that grocery store.
Right? Yeah. McDonald's, check.
McDonald's for sure.
Burger King,
Wallet
check.
World, Walmart, sorry.
All right. All these places and all this stuff, we're gonna put around them. We're gonna put them in a lower case and a lower vibration. We're not gonna give them ability to have something of value, right?
Ain't no Black Wall Street over here.
We're gonna make everything harder.
Yep.
All right, they want a loan, deny him for the loan. Yes, he has the credit, he's been on the job long enough, but still deny him from the loan. I don't think he's gonna have his job too much longer. He's not showing a financial portfolio. All right. His business plan is not written up the exact way that I want it. But this heathen can come in and not even have a business plan, but get that loan. You can say, I want a personal loan, all right, and have the credit for it. What is he going to do? No. All right, because he doesn't want to give you an opportunity. That opportunity to rise above. You see, it's hard to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, all right, if you cut the straps off and you nailed the boots to the ground. This is what this devil does, and he has continuously done throughout the ages. Every time this devil gets in power, he has the ability to hinder you, because that's his position. That's his blessing, to hinder you, Jake. All right? It is that devil that goes up to and from the earth to see who he may divide and conquer from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's you Israelites. All right? In Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. Okay?
Romans 9:11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
But of him that calleth. It's Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai who determines, who decides. All right?
Verse 12. It was said unto her, talking about Rebekah, the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. All right? Here it is. That blessing only lasts for a minute and a time. But it was already said, hey, that the elder son will serve the younger son in the latter end. At the end of it all, it is Esau who will be serving Jacob. All right? Why? For the purpose of election. Neither being born, it was already determined that I want Jacob and not Esau. Got it?
Verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Jacob is who Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai loves. And Esau, Edom. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has a hatred for. Okay? All right?
Did you have something you wanted me to pull, or can I grab this pre?
You can grab it.
This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, 33 and verse, I'm going to start at 11. It says, in much knowledge, yet the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse. and speaking on the other seeds of Adam, and so the other nations, all right, because there was multiple nations in the garden, all right. Adam was a progenitor of the Adamites. It says, in much knowledge, the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them hath he blessed and exalted, and some of them hath he sanctified and set near himself. But some of them hath he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. And Esau is actually cursed. Okay, they have a curse on them. That curse goes back to the mark that Cain was given, but also the serpent was cursed too. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render them as liketh him best.
Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua does what he wants to do, who he wants to do it. And what he had rendered, Esau to be the vessel unto honor.
Dishonor.
Dishonor, Salaki. All right, for dishonor, and Jacob to be the vessel unto honor.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And he blessed other nations as well. You go into Ishmael. All right. He blessed.
Yeah, Ishmael. Because what he said, Ishmael, he shall surely be a great nation. All right, but
right.
He's not the chosen.
Yeah, you see them right now over there. They got money. They doing it.
And then who else did he curse? He also cursed Ham.
Yeah, right.
He said because of what he did to looking upon, and making a mockery of Noah's nakedness.
Right. Hey, after Esau Edom, he's going to be the lowest nation.
And be a servant of servants.
He's the servant of servants. That's his lot. But how much more better than he is than Esau, right? Because he actually gets an inheritance. He gets a blessing.
And I got two more.
Yep.
Verse 14, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. And that, shows that balance that, we started off talking about. All right, the balance of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, good against evil. All right, Jacob versus Esau. All right, that's the good versus evil, righteous versus unrighteousness. And you also have, angels, just as we were going into, angels on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. You got death angels and angels like Gabriel, and Michael, as it says that Michael shall stand up in the last days. He's gonna stand up for us. Okay. And when you think about it, Yahweh Shai played both sides of that as well. He was a death angel in the Passover.
Yep.
All right. It said that the Almighty Word leaped down from his throne. Okay. And he's our deliverance. All right, and high priest. So this is verse 16 or 15. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another. All right, so that's that perfect balance. All the works of the Most High. Now, this destruction, this upcoming destruction, is going to be, so devastating. But the salvation of the elect is going to be so glorious, even though it's a small remnant. That's going to be that balance. All right, because there's a small remnant in Babylon the Great. The Lord always had a small remnant, but this whole place is going to get destroyed. So that's the deliverance is, and that's the strange works of the Most High. That's why I calls it strange, because it's, so out of nature, out of this world, and so very few is going to make these other, nations awestruck. That's part of the glory they, these other nations will see in Yahweh Shem Shai.
And you're not gonna just have to watch Stranger Things on TV.
Yeah, it's gonna be real life.
All right, Yahweh Shem Shai he's already told you. It's already written. All right. And what does he say to you Israelites? Hey, be not dismayed like the heathen are dismayed.
Right.
Okay. You got a direction.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 14. It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the power? Most High forbid. 15, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Right, so Yahweh Shem Shai chooses who he has mercy on, who he has compassion. He has compassion for who? Jake, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, as well as the speckled bird whose father's line goes back, but the elect of the nation of Israel first and foremost. All right? Even though 2/3, of the nation of Israel are going to be destroyed here on Babylon the Great, he still yet has mercy. It's mercy that he's still bringing you back. It's mercy that he corrects you, and loved you enough to destroy you and to bring you back into your lot as the way that it is that you need to be. Perfect.
Still giving mercy.
Yeah, it's still mercy.
Still mercy.
Yeah.
All right? It's just an ultimate ass whooping that you have to receive. He says, I'm going to give you this one final ass whooping by an ICBM thermonuclear fire, and Yahweh is going to be in the midst. Is not Yahweh a consuming spirit? And his angels? How much more when the Father's going to be in there refining at the highest point that this world can handle? You see, it would be only at the point that the world can handle. All right? There is no heat hot enough. All right? He said, the scripture says, his eyes are 10 times brighter than the sun.
Oh, the sun.
You can measure the sun by putting a heat gun up in the sky, and the rays just directly reflecting. That's just his eyes. And that's not even 10 times. You got it?
Verse
I
16.
think it said 1,000.
1,000, it's lucky. I said 10 in my head.
Romans 9.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 times. It's lucky.
Romans 9 and 16. So then is it not of him that willeth, or nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy?
Right. And matter of fact, can you go ahead and pull that out 1,000 times brighter?
I don't know the exact script.
Verse 17. Verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Right, that Yahweh Shem Shai showed his power in thee. All right? Pharaoh was raised up for the purpose of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? For his name to be magnified, that Yahweh, his name may be magnified. All right? But for everything, to start fulfilling and coming unto prophecy being fulfilled. All right? All these scriptures have been fulfilled as each event has came. Yahweh Shem Shai has been fulfilling prophecy. Everything that has been told before, he's just fulfilling. Spiritually, it's already done, but it's physically manifesting itself through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right?
Verse 18. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will, he hardeneth.
Right, and he hardened Pharaoh's heart. Just as these slave masters harden their hearts. All right, the slave masters, the people at your job, whether they be Jake or not of Jake, but we're definitely talking about Esau Edom. All right, he's the one that writes the laws. He's the one that has these companies. All right, hey, DJ Trump. All right, hey, he's hardened his heart right now. All right, put these tariffs on. Take away those laws. Don't give them that substance. Kill that child support.
We ain't giving you nothing else.
All right, all this is him having a hardened heart through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He is the modern day Pharaoh.
He's making things harder for the flamboyant.
Right. Here it is. You can do any and everything, not anymore. This is what he's saying. He said, you had the ability and you had the freedom, not anymore. We're going to change the narrative of this place. We're going to get this thing back to the vision that I see. You see, Trump is trying to do a left-hand side righteous thing for his particular nation. And you see that because, hey, who's outlawed from coming to the shores of America? And who has the ability to come and migrate to the shores of America? He's propping this up. He's propping it up ultimately to be what? Hey, to be a haven for his nation. What he says and what he sees fit, this is what he wants. He wants to make sure that everybody else is in distress and that he gets the best deal. Because that's what he said. I want the best deal.
Business.
All right? You got it.
Verse 19, Romans 9 and 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
Nobody can resist his will. All right? Esau is only doing the job that the Father allowed him to do, just as Yahweh allowed Satan to do to his servant Job. Have thou tried? Matter of fact, go ahead and pull that right there.
Back on Job 2 and 3, it says, and Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High?
Right, and this is essential. Hey, this is essential to the understanding that Yahweh has made his men, his elect, likened unto Job. All right, have to be tried. You have to go through. All right, you have to be in that furnace of adversity.
Yeah. Eschew
Escheweth evil, and escheweth evil, and still headeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cease.
Right, you still have to hold fast your integrity. The integrity is in the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The integrity is being obedient unto the word, unto the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, repenting and coming back and understanding that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given us jobs to do as men. All right, not as any man, but as a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as an Israelite man of the nation. Whether you be an evangelist, whether you be a prophet, or whether you just be a father who believes upon the faith of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, teaching your own family and your family alone. All right, and having them walk in the way that is pleasing unto the Father. You have a job to do. Accountability is necessary. Accountability is the only thing that we should know, is to be accountable. We are yet supposed to be accountable for all of this. This is all ours. We have to be accountable. But if you cannot be accountable for yourself, first and foremost, and being obedient unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, how can you receive the blessings of being accountable for everything else? You can't. So we had to go through the experience. This experience is one of the best teachers, helping us to become those judges, knowing both sides.
So like a school of kingship.
Right. Knowing the left and the right-hand side to better yet be the best judge it is for us to be, which is a righteous judge. which is following only after the way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and not another. We don't need a wayward lover. We only need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our first love.
This is Romans 9:20. Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right, and he's made us to be what it is that he has made us to be, righteous and holy. All right, to be judges of the earth, but being a judge, you have to know both sides. You have to go through the affliction, the furnace of affliction. You have to be tried. Wisdom has to be tried by crooked ways. All right, to see if you may be trusted. You might think that you're cast away and destitute at times. All right, but if you cling unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, repent and keep on praying and asking him to increase you more, to get you through and to get you out of that mind frame. All right, to not look back, to stay 10 toes down for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to put your life on the line for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that you need nothing else. That everything else may be added unto you in its proper time, in its proper measure. That you are in order. All right?
In order to know good, you must first experience the bad.
All right?
Romans 9:21. Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right, so he made all these vessels for honor and vessels unto dishonor. And even of the vessels he honors, all right, he says the nation of Israel. Okay? 144,000 elect men, the multitude of the 1/3, 2/3, I'm going to place them over here. This is for my election's sake. This is the prophecy that I'm going with. This is how it's done. I fashioned it after this way, so let it be. You are no good right now, but you will come back through the loins of the elect to fulfill the body of the nation. You will be the sons and daughters afterward. This is upon the election. You see, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is about duality. It's just not Jacob and Esau who have the duality. There's duality in Israel. Because here it is, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has an elect out of his nation. Right. Right? You have an Israelite man who follows Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You have an Israelite man who doesn't follow Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He follows Jesus Christ, Krishna, Buddha, or whatever, whoever in the hell it is. It's upon the election. He has an elect nation, but there's elect individuals amongst the nation of his choosing. And he chose Israel. All right?
Verse 22.
You can drop it after 22.
Okay. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Right. And the vessels of wrath fitted unto destruction are 2/3 of the nation of Israel. All right? First and foremost. They're fitted unto destruction out of his nation. Why? Because the election says so. All right? Then out of the nations, all the encompass of the nations, Esau, Edom is the vessel fitted unto destruction. Everybody else, all right, has a heritage. Everybody else has something. Esau, Edom has nothing because of being done away with. He fitted them unto what? Unto destruction. All right?
I had the script that you was talking about. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts.
10,000 times brighter than the sun.
Yeah.
All right? Brighter than the sun. And he sees everything. everything.
Yeah, but Yahushua said he knows every hair on your head. Okay. Why? Because he put them there. Just like that movie Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
You know, and he's he did. Morgan Freeman was playing the Most High,
Yeah.
and he said, "How many fingers am I holding him?" He tried to trick him, and he said, he brought out his hand and it was like 12. He had 12 fingers or something like that.
7.
Yeah, on one hand, right? Okay.
And then, hey, it's like the Matrix. When the oracle said it's gonna kill you later on, how did you think? How did I know that?
Right.
Right? Would you hate the good?
Yeah, the Most High know before you even do something.
Right.
He put that thought there, or sent that that demon to try you, just as we was going in with Job.
Yep.
That he puts those trials in front of you to build up your spirit. He made that deal with Satan, because it was he knew Job would ultimately win. Because he put that spirit on him to win. That's what we have faith that the Lord is going to continue to put the spirit on us to endure until the end.
Like the brother just said, Job was given the spirit.
Because it's like you got it.
He was given the spirit, to what? To adhere. He was given the spirit to make it through the fire.
Yeah. He was being tormented and with nightmares. He got plagued with all types of illnesses. Lost his kids. Lost all his whole his wealth, his cattle, houses burnt down, raided, and then his wife was even being a demon with him. Why don't you just curse the Most High and die?
He was able to see, and what do you say? He was able to see his kids come back.
Yep, I got it right here. This is Job 42 and I'm gonna just start at I'll read 10. It says, and Yahweh turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, Yahweh gave Job twice as much as he had before. And I'm gonna drop down to 12. So Yahweh blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, for he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels and 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 she-asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. And he called the name of the first Jemima, and the name of the second Keziah, and the name of the third Karen Hapuk. And in all the land there were no women found as fair as the daughters of Job, and their fathers gave them inheritance among their brethren. Okay, after this, and I'll stop after this one. It says, after this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So, he got what he had, twice as much as he had from before, and he got to live to see his grandchildren. Ultimately, I believe that's his sons coming back, right? Because it said even 4 generations. So it says in the scriptures that in the 3rd and 4th generation, all right, so the children that he lost came back, and he was able to see them again. And that's beautiful. So he you don't lose taking this low route. All right, even no matter what you go through, our labor is not in vain. and you have these accounts. Somebody want to grab Romans 15 and 4. You have these accounts for that comfort. You know, so we could go back when we're feeling low, you know, and then read scriptures to you know, that'll bring the comfort, you know, knowing that the Most High is going to make a way out of it. He's going to reward us for staying faithful and true. You got it?
It's Romans 15 and 4. It says, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope."
Yep. Read down one.
Now the Most High of patience and consolation.
Yeah. What's patience? Patience go into suffering. Okay.
Grant you to be like-minded.
Read it from 5 again.
Romans 15 and 5. Now the Most High of patience and consolation grant you to be like-minded one toward another according to the Mashiach Yahushua.
Yeah, so patience and consolation. You know, consolation is a reward. Okay? I think you could drop it there. I don't know, unless 6 says something.
That you might. 6 is that you may with one mind and one mouth glorify the Most High, even the Father of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Mashiach.
Right. Glorify him in that sound doctrine. Okay? You got it. No, that's it.
Hey, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, all he wants is to work for you to walk in his way. All he wants is you to obtain the knowledge and the wisdom that he has imparted unto you. All right? Seek after him. And seeking after him, hey, your soul will find rest. You're not in a place where you're arrested. All right? You see these people walking around here, even though you can't necessarily see it. All right? People be stuck. All right? Look in your town, look anywhere you are, look how people be stuck. Why? Because they're walking in utter darkness. Chiefly so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as the Smurfit birds whose fathers are back. Everybody else is just here waiting.
Yeah, they don't have no life in them.
Right.
They don't have that spirit. You know, dry bones.
Yep. Everybody here is just waiting on, all these other nations are just waiting, hey, for the Israelites to come back in order. So they may have a more fulfilled and abundant life themselves. Their spirit that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has gave them, hey, testifies to them. That's why you're seeing these heathen nations, hey, starting to be like, you are the true children. That lady a couple years ago said, you are the true children of Israel. All right, you blacks. All right, right. She's like, we need you.
Yeah.
We need you to come back. That was her soul bearing witness.
That was like verse 6 in Proverbs 29 and 2.
Right. Matter of fact, go ahead and pull it up.
This is Proverbs 29 and 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And we see that right now, that the righteous are not in authority. All right? Who is the righteous? All right? Is the Israelites. All right?
Right. It goes to prove those to the small hatters.
That
All right?
you're not the people.
The world is in an uproar. DJ Trump is doing what it is that he's doing. All right? All these other nations are getting ready. Coming together. Hey, war is on the horizon.
Oh, yeah.
And the conflict within the states is bound to pop up.
Right.
You have to have massive protests, you know, out in Boston yesterday. You know?
Yeah, what the brother was saying. But this brother was saying that someone at his work believe that that's not going to happen.
Right.
They don't see that war is going to happen. They think this shit's going to continue. All right? back on Proverbs 29:2, the break, it says, but the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And we see that. The wicked is Esau, Edom. Evil red, I love to call it. The world was given to them. We heard earlier in the time we were saying that, their blessing is the fatness of the earth. So they run everything right now.
Hey, everybody's mourning. If you say you're not mourning, if you say
They call it.
if you say that you don't have if you say you have no carries, no worries, no care, all right, and that everything is perfect in your life, you're lying. All right, you lying to yourself and you lying to the world. You're putting up that facade. All right, because everybody here in this world has a facade, except for the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, those who cling unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. There's no facade to be given. All right, that's why you don't like the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You don't like the followers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the true Christians. All right? You don't like the things that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai likes because you were made to be what? An adversary, an anti-Hamashiach.
All right, and if you're not mourning now, you better get ready to, because all these tariffs and, hey, we just seen the freaking stock market.
Tank.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's a foreshadowing of things to come. All right, 2nd Esdras 15 going to be, live. 15 and 16, they're going to be there. Now we enter in those days. This devil is coming down with great wrath. His laws is proving it.
Those measures.
Hey, World War III is ramping up. The war drums is beating.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, starting at verse 1, and it says, he that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. Verse 2, but burden not thy above thy power.
Go ahead and break that down.
Okay, verse 1, he that toucheth the pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto himself. So, as the old saying goes, you are who you hang around with, because those people influence you. You adopt their mindset, their beliefs. You become like-minded with them. That's why, like us, those are in the truth. We're with like-minded people. We share the same values, we have the same mindset. And the same things with these people in the world. They have that same mindset, whether it be like, chasing the bag or, doing things that we know that we're not supposed to do. So you got to learn how to, as they say, find your crowd, find who you can, relate with.
Find who you're on what accord with.
Yep.
All right. Two walk together unless they be agreed. All right. You got it.
Verse 2: burden not thyself above thy power, while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken. So again, like he said, can two how do you say it again?
Two walk together unless they be agreed.
Yeah, if they're not on the same accord, like if one got something against the other, they're not in agreement, man. Because now, they got something against this person. Now this person's like, what you coming at me for like that?
Right.
And this is you got to go back to, the birth of Jacob and Esau, in the womb of Rebecca. She said, why, if this be, sanction from the Most High, and I be blessed, then why am I going through these birth pains like this? And he said, the angel told her, it's because there's a struggle in thy womb, because there's two manner of nations. All right, and that struggle represents this current, conflict that is going on. Esau versus Jacob, and the brother put it right here. Yasharallah 144K, 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth.
This is the exact reason. Right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has set all this up. Hey, for the election. Hey, for prophecy's sake. Right? So that his name might be glorified. And so in its due season, in its time, that his nation might be magnified unto his glory, into the glory of his name. This is the purpose. No other way. No other reason. We want to say that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is selfish? Yes, he is. He's selfish to be selfless. All right? His selfishness is to hear his name. His selflessness is to have his nation. Nobody gives a damn about what you want. It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's way or no way. All right? All that hate me love death. That's what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All that hate me love death. Because I am the father of I am the power of the living. I am not the God of the dead. That's what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has said. All right?
Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 3, and it says, "The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also."
Hey, the rich man has everything. All right? Yet he has done wrong unto the poor man. He's even done wrong unto himself.
If you need another one, or I don't.
All right? This devil don't even like his damn self. In truth and honesty, he doesn't. All right?
It's because deep down he knows that he's in the wrong for what he did.
No, he's in righteous what he did. That's why he's gonna continue. When these devils get in the pit, he's still gonna continue to be wicked. He doesn't know any other way. In his eyes, he's doing no wrong. Why? Because his pride puffeth him up. Why they got me in this situation? Shit. I'm only doing what I was made to do.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Why Cain knew what a righteous sacrifice was, but he didn't have the faith to perform it.
Right.
You know, he thought, well, I'm gonna give him the fruit. I'm gonna make I'm gonna go against the law and give him the fruit so I could have that substance right now. You know, he in that spirit of wanting the now and not the later.
Right. That's why he has his fast food.
Stole the brother's punchline. He don't want to suffer the things that he got to suffer now. That's why his world is, pretty much set up to be a queendom. So taking on that feministic trait of comfort. Everything that America has built has been to appease the flesh. Food, and make it to where, you don't got to lift a finger to get nothing. You could have it ordered to your front door. You got, you got these, obese, elephants living in their house, just Amazon, right to their front door. DoorDash right to their front door. And they can't even get out the damn bed. Like on what's that on Chuck and Larry? Yeah, that fat abomination that couldn't get up off the thing. And people live like that.
She don't need a man, right? She don't need a man. Why? Because she can order one from Amazon. All right? She don't have nobody to look upon her. Right? She can customize. that, what do they call that? Body positivity. All right? Don't body shame me. All right? Hey. No accountability. All right? Wanting nothing.
And that's how these devils want you to live. You know, they want you to live by, you know, well, what we going into and what they starting to push to, you know, own nothing and be happy.
Right?
You know, they planted that seed of that NWO, you know, and gave you it with bits and pieces. Now they damn near don't want you to go into a store.
Right. And they give you gradualism.
They don't have, you know, really they don't have a lot of shit in the store for you to even get. It's like you always got to go to 3 different stores to get, you know, a full list of groceries. Peanut butter, no jelly. You know.
Sugar, no water. Yeah, you got it.
It's, First Peter's.
That's like the old days. Let the rush. You almost done on that.
Yeah, just verse 4. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 13:4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee.
Right. You be for his profit. Hey, he'll use you. This is what Esau Edom does. Hey, he uses Jacob tenfold. Jack Daniels. All right?
Yeah. Second.
Hey, amongst the multitude of things. All right? But that's just one example. Hey, Henry Ford is another. The telephone, Alexander Graham Bell, who you were taught invented the telephone.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. How all this
Yeah, patent it.
patent, right?
Jacob is the former of all things.
Pay him a couple of dollars. And sometimes don't even pay him no dollars. Jack Daniels didn't get no dollars, right? Because he was what? He was a slave. That's mine. You belong to me, so therefore that's mine. Hey, that's where the saying comes, we're all slaves on a new plantation. This is a new plantation.
Emancipation Proclamation, man.
Right.
And just transferred that ownership to all the people.
Right.
From physical slavery to mental slavery.
Employment.
Yeah. Hey,
And that's what employment
Abraham
means.
Lincoln gave both. He said, we're going to make them all slaves. We're going to make It's too cool sometimes. But he made us all slaves. All right? And that's how, hey, this devil's unjust. He even made his own people. He made his own people not to receive in the blessing. But ultimately, that is for the reason why. For Yahweh by Shimei Awashai, to fulfill prophecy.
Yeah, and they're going to, you know, put it even, you know, they're going to try to tighten the locks on those chains to the people with the MOTB.
Right.
You know, and when they revamp, you know, and renew what they got going on, all right, and fully implement, you know, this new structure, all right, we're going to see that. Because they really putting clamps on what you do.
Yep. Taking the links out of the chain.
All right, they don't know when you get up to take a shit. That movie, 1984. You know, had you in a little box, making sure you're working out. They knew, you know. That symbolized those.
Modern day 1984 would be Ready Player One. Okay?
Yeah, well, and they got that metaverse.
And the metaverse, yeah. Right?
And that's Ready Player One. You know, is that Apple, those Apple goggles or whatever.
Google goggles.
surrogate.
Yeah.
You know, it's a mixture of both.
Is that trans? What's it called?
Because how they gonna make you happy if you stuck in in certain housing? You know,
Sleeping paradise.
they're gonna make you happy through drugs and making a way to escape reality.
Right.
All right, people escape reality through the other, through the metaverse.
Uh-huh.
You got people living a whole different life.
In the metaverse.
Like you see that dude, y'all seen the one where the dude was playing basketball on, he was wearing the Apple goggles.
Nah.
He was playing basketball against somebody else, and he's legit playing basketball out there. Just, pulling up, jumping. You didn't block me. You didn't. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there, right? Even though you got the goggles on or whatever and whatnot, ain't nobody physically there.
Right.
You couldn't, say, hey man, you wanted to game up.
Can't grab nobody and get a quick
Right.
one-on-one.
Ain't nobody there.
It's a false illusion.
It's a false illusion. It's a falsehood. Man, I gotta look that up. I gotta show you.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That's good. I was like, what?
You say it, I can see it. That's funny.
Like, he was really going hard too.
In the room, sweating by himself
No, he was out.
In the court.
He was out on the court. Out on the court.
with the
Like,
goggles
Right
on.
over here with the goggles on. Like he was just out there.
Really
Defense. Block me. No, that's a foul. That's a foul. What? It's a foul. Ain't nobody around you.
Air foul, yeah.
All right, you have more on that, right? No, okay. Oh, you can close it so I can.
It's 1 Peter 4:17. It says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High."
Right. So now is the time come. All right. That's why you're starting to see amp up. That's why you start to get all these not TikTok, but yeah, hey, Instagram, Facebook, and everything. You start to see judgment going out. You start to see people getting blasted alive.
Oh, this one.
All right.
Recently, mother was celebrating her last text was celebrating her son getting out of prison, and once he get out, he ended up slobbing, taking her out. Or the women that go to the
Yeah, I saw that story though.
and they go see their husbands, and that's the last time they go see them.
Right.
They're already there. They like, wish I got life, so shit, fuck it.
Right.
Get this and Mac, you take you out. And I'm already here.
Right. Hey, because the wickedness he heard her doing in the street, probably.
Yeah.
All right. It's neither here nor there.
Yeah. See a lot of their idols going.
Right.
A lot of y'all idols is going.
Yeah, celebrities
Yep.
Hey.
getting wrapped up and taken out.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, you have a lot of these now magnifying health issues on these celebrities too.
Mhm.
These athletes.
Dropping like flies.
Wonder why. Icky Vicky.
Mhm.
All right.
Ah. It's Hosea 91. It says, "Rejoice not, O Israel, for joy as other people, for thou hast gone a whoring from the Most High, thou hast loved a reward upon every corn floor."
All right. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahshua said, hey, do not rejoice, Israel. All right. Why? It's not time for you to rejoice because you're yet still in straits. You have yet, offended Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Some judgment is about to start in his house. You have already seen it been happen. How much more is it going to amp up as the time goes on? How much more is it going to amp up after the stock market crashes all the way? All right? How much more? Hey, civil unrest. All right, these laws that are being set into place that have already been set. Hey, some of them have already been set in place 7 years back. Why? And they got denied, so they're still on the book to come up now, so they can go ahead and pass it. devil, hey, is wise. He is wise to do wickedness. In that wickedness that he's doing, hey, he's coming to take you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds, whose father's line goes back, coming to take you down. All right? He wants to put you back in those physical chains for a moment. It's not working out exactly as planned, because here it is, he thought you could just deport everybody. Hey, and those cotton picking needies, all right, they're gonna get back in the field and actually pick that cotton, pick that fruit. You see, he's putting everybody in a terrible case, so you have nothing left, and then you say, you know what, hey man, they got a job out in the, you were CEO, CFO. But hey man, I gotta feed my family, got a job out in the field, I might need to take it. All right, that's why he's making work passes for kids who are the age of 14. All right, child labor laws are being thrown out. All right, if you're homeschooled. Okay, hey, what is this? Right? So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, is going to continue this thing.
Back on Hosea 9:2, it says, the floor and the winepress shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fail in her.
Right? Hey, the new wine, understand that this is the way of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? That new wine is to receive his word. All right? But it failed in some. All right? 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not going to receive, hey, this good wine. Esau Edom, hey, thinks that he's not going to have to partake of this wine in our hell. Everybody has their own agenda. It's the agenda of Yahweh Shem Yahushua you should be living up to and living for. Okay?
Hosea 14:1. It says, O Israel, return unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua thy power, for thou hast fallen by thy iniquity. Take with you words and turn to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Say unto him, take away all the iniquity and receive us graciously.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua, this is what you should be asking. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, can you help us? Bring us back unto you. Let me never forget thy name or thy word, the way to walk, how to conduct myself in your liking, in your pleasing, to please you. How do I do that? This is the way to do it. This is the way. Let me walk ye in it. Keep me. All right? Keep me in your way. Let me continue to do your will. And if I'm not doing your will, show me the will. Show me the way. Give unto me what you have given unto men of old. Seek the old paths. All right? Yeah.
So will we render the calves of our lips?
God. So will we render the calves of our lips? Will we render the testament? Will we call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Will we ask for forgiveness? Will we repent? Will we be humble in humiliation unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Will we yet stand and say, that was my fault? Accountability. Yeah, I was doing my thing in the world. And you're not doing your thing, the world's doing you. The world is fucking you up. You just don't realize it. You like a fiend who's too far gone. You like that person who says, I don't have a problem. All right? Hey, the first step to AA, all right, is admitting. The first step to NA is admitting that you have a problem. In every process of rebuilding yourself, you have to admit that you have the problem. You have a problem because you do not have Yahweh accountability. You have a problem because you cling unto the world. You have a problem because you cling unto prosperity doctrine. You have a problem because you don't call on the true name of Yahweh Shah. You have a problem. Your problem is that you were not made to live in a world like this, and your problem is you don't care to seek Yahweh Shah. That's a you problem. But ultimately, because you denied Yahweh Shah, he has blinded you.
Reprobate.
You can't. The reprobate. No, because it was in there because I started thinking of, hey, these wayward doctrine camps.
You saw that.
All right.
You can't see, you know.
You just do the most outlandish shit. Look at that. Hey, look at Sakari. Look at Sakari. Yahweh Shah is starting to dismantle it even more. How much more as time goes on? This is the judgment starting in his house. Hey, because you claim to be of the house of Yahweh Shah. You're of the nation, yes, but you're claiming to be of the house. You're claiming to do his will. You're claiming to perform his word, to go out and prophesy on the highways and byways. But yet you're making merchandise out of the Lord's ministry.
$49.99 precepts.
All right? Yet, hey, you're living it after an abominable way, letting your wife tell you what to do. Figuratively and literally. All right? You're letting, hey, others run the household.
Like Dwayne Wade, he said he was like the number 6 ruler in his house. You on that type of vibration.
All right?
And you know, another example is, you know, IOIC in Kenya. You know, those Hamites over there. I mean, even though our people are scattered amongst them, but those Hamites over there, they didn't want to know that.
Right.
Plus, IOIC, their doctrine is way off anyway.
Throwing smoke bombs and shit, gas. It would get blew up. Going out there, the big deliverance is here on the shores of America, right? This is where you're supposed to be. I can't see, but you can't see that.
All right? Hey.
Amos 5 and 16, it says, therefore Yahweh, the Most High of hosts, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, said this, dwelling shall be in all streets, and they shall say all the highways, at last, and they shall call the husband to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentations to willing.
Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai is what? Judgment started in his house first. What is he going to do? The wailing and the gnashing of teeth. Judgment is going out. Lamentations and woes. You're not going to be able to go around the judgment that is coming. It is, hey, judgment is about to start speeding up like these prophecies because it's part of prophecy. Okay? Go ahead.
Go. 17, yeah. Amos 5 and 17, and all vineyards shall be willing, For I will pass through thee, said Yahweh Shai.
Right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to pass through this land. He's about to pass through this place, and he's about to make sure that I'm going to take that that's good, I'm leaving that that's not. That's a good vine, that's not a good vine. Here it is. Now you're starting to see it. That's why why do you think they're allowing this stuff? How do you get a YouTube guideline, a community strike for speaking, but you can see this dude popped on YouTube?
That make no sense.
I just spoke a word and said what was going to happen, but yet you can show me a physical, visual depiction, and it's okay. That actually happened. This is the fucking footage. But it's okay. Okay. Accountability. Responsibility. All right? That responsibility and accountability to know that, hey, if you do this, this is why that's happening. This is why that's happening right there, because he didn't do this. He followed after this way, she followed after this way, and that's the cause of it. Once you start mentioning and lining things up with scripture, now it's offensive.
Right.
Now it's the issue.
Yeah.
It's unjust. That's an unjust way to live. Here it is, you provided the fucking wicked video, but you're gonna hold it against me because I said the Most High said this would happen. Because you're a wicked fucking person. You've done wickedly and you have offended Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, and the speckled bird whose father's going back. You offended the Most High like this. But this motherfucker is meant to do this. Now that you're accountable and it's being pointed out to you, it's an issue. But yet you do it. You continue to just do what you want.
I mean, that's the motive, though. That's that motto. What's that will? You already know that.
But we're wrong. We're wrong for calling it out. We're wrong for bringing his people back unto him. Why? Because it's the downfall of Esau Edom. The gospel and the good news is going out, and he has a problem with it. You're damn right you have a problem. That problem is Yahweh Shem Yahushua raising his nation up to set everything right. That order, be in the, not only in his nation, but be in the earth. Everything is tired, and everybody is sick. His nation is that much more sick. His elect, Lord willing, we be of that number, or even more sick. Sick of seeing you in rule. Sick of seeing everybody in a poor, low case that is of our nation first and foremost.
You're sick of this sick shit. What exactly?
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
You're sick shit.
Hey, that was a saying of the world. You ever been sick and tired of being sick and tired? You go.
Woe unto you that it's like Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Right. Those are you who believe on Jesus. I desire the day of the Lord. The Lord gonna come back, he gonna save everybody. No. Yahweh is not sending his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, back to save everybody. He's coming and sending him to save his elect.
He said, woe unto those who desire.
Right? His elect of his nation, his people, those he has chosen before, those who the Father has given him. This is who Yahweh Shai is coming to save. His elect of the nation of Israel. And the nation of Israel only.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 10, starting at verse 38, and it says, how the Most High anointed Yahushua of Nazareth with the Holy Spirit and with power, who went about doing good and healing all that were oppressed of the devil, for the Most High was with him. 39. And we are witnesses of all things which he did both in the land of the Jews and in Jerusalem, who they slew and hanged on a tree. 41. Not to all the people, but unto witnesses chosen before of the Most High, even to us, who did eat and drink with him after he rose from the dead.
Right, he said witnesses. Those who are witnesses that testify of him that he had chosen.
The believers.
God. The believers. Those who believe upon the testimony. All right, those who have faith, because faith is seeing without believing. All right, you have to see. You have to not see to believe, but you have to believe to. You have to believe to see. All right, faith is a requirement. When you don't see it, you have to believe in it still. Even though you can't touch it, you still have to believe. You have to believe that all that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has said and all that is done, he did, he will, and he is. He will deliver. He will save. He is all things. He is everywhere. It's Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. And you have to believe that he'll provide you with what you need, the Rakah Kodash. All right? That's what you need to receive the understanding. See, we're all in need of something. We're in need of the Rakah Kodash to lead us back unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The Holy Spirit that he gives one to understand his word, to hear his message, to hear that knocking at the door of your mind. That's the Holy Spirit said, hey, he's knocking. Check this out. He's knocking, listen. Hey, I'm right here. Look, open the door, there he is. Provide unto you the word, the stability, the knowledge, the wisdom, the love, the respect, the fear. All this is Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Acts chapter 10, verse 42. And he commanded us to preach unto the people and to testify that it is he which was ordained of the Most High to be the judge of quick and dead.
All right. Hey, you have that movie, The Quick and the Dead. All right, that people love so much. All right, he judged the quick and the dead. Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Yahweh appointed Yahushai for this reason. For this purpose. We're in the condition that we're in for his reason and his purpose, that he has purpose for us, to be judges, to lead, hey, first and foremost, our own nation under Yahweh Shem Yahushai's rule. I don't want to run hey, we be those men of the 144,000 elect men, all right? Hey, what is the judge? What is the job? You're a judge. What is the job? To be of the governing body. To give order out, not only to Israel, all right, but to give order out to these heathen nations. Okay?
Verse 43, to him give all the prophets witness that through his name whosoever believeth in him shall receive remission of sins.
Right, through his name. So therefore it all starts with the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is how you receive the remission of sins. Hey, calling upon the name, thinking upon him, doing what's pleasing unto him. All right? You got something?
Yeah, but if you holding it, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Read down on that.
Back on Amos 5:19, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Right. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai said there's no escape. No escape from the coming judgment.
Right.
No escape from his way. Now, if you are supposed to serve him, and no escape for your destruction if you're not supposed to serve him. whatever he has deemed necessary for you. There's no escape.
So not the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua be darkness and not light, and even very dark and no brightness in it.
Right, even very dark and no brightness in it. Right? Hey, but those who have Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have what? They have the light. Right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a candle in the light unto the path that we are walking. We can see. It doesn't matter if it's way over there, if it's way over there, it's way over there, way over there. We can see it. Because he is the light. He is a beacon of light unto those who cling unto him. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Yahweh gave Yahushua to get us out of utter darkness. And the only thing that can protect you in the dark and lead you out of the dark is the light. The light of this word, which is Yahushua. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the light. All right? No, yeah, just like all right. Hey, but he does hate your feast days. All right? What you hold so high and so true. All right? This place is so these holidays. All right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hates all this abomination, all this wickedness. All right? You got it, bro.
No, it's off. It was going back.
All right? Now let's grab the emoji. We got an hour and a
I
half.
got you. Yeah, I got it.
Jeremiah 17:17 says, Be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil. Let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. Bring upon them the day of evil, and destroy them with double destruction.
Right. And this is what we ask. How about you now shine and do unto our enemies? All right? Let us not be delayed. Let us not give up. Let us not fail. But render unto them, hey, righteous recompense to our enemies. To those who stand adverse of our own nation unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? Let them receive the same for being hand in hand. Agreeing with this devil. Agreeing that the way of the world is more profitable than the way of the word. We don't want it here. But yet we will stand, hey, on our watch. We will stand in the lot that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has allotted us. Lord willing, hey, we be of that number.
Okay.
We're practicing and rehearsing the righteous acts so that we may obtain salvation.
Yeah, it's gonna come in the midst of all that destruction going on.
Huh.
You know, we're gonna be in the midst of this destruction. Okay, the only difference is that, you know, Lord willing, you know, if we be a part of the elect, we're gonna have that protection. We'll have that hedge of protection from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So, and you know, just rereading in verse 17. Can you just read 17 again? It said,
Jeremiah 17:17 again. It says, Be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil.
Thou art my hope in the day of evil. You know, only Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be able to deliver us out of that evil day. Okay.
Hey, and this is, I got 3. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, and verse 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower, and the righteous run unto it, into it, and is safe. All right? So it is the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right? That we run to. It is his way. The way to live and fashion your life after Yahweh Bashim Yahushua was pleasing unto him will always lead you to greater things. Right. Seek ye me really.
Okay. I got this is John 16 and verse 33. It says, "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world."
Right. Hey, you got tribulation, but be in good cheer. Hey, the battle is already won. Be in good cheer. Suffer what you have to suffer. Go through what you have to go through. It's okay. I know your struggles. I know your fears. I know your desires.
All right, and that was Yahushua speaking. He said, "In me you'll have peace." Okay, you'll have peace during these times, but if you have the word,
Yep.
okay, we just say in Isaiah 33 and 6,
Yep.
you know, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. Okay, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right. And me, you have peace. These people without Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they ain't gonna have peace. They ain't gonna have any type of protection. They're gonna be running, you know, all you know, out of order and frantic. Okay, travailing like women. Want me to grab a MOTB? All right, this is a Revelation 13 and 15. It says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be, you know, put to sleep."
Hey, here it is. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has given us a way to live. He gave us, hey, this is a strict commandment that he gave. All right? He says, when this time comes that you are tempted, this is what you don't do.
Do not, and I mean do not take.
Right. Just read it one more time.
Verse 15, it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be put to sleep."
This whole image is speaking. He has given power to make this thing known that Esau, Edom, all right, and his counterparts and control this system. That this order of rule that he has, hey, is the MOTB. If you will not bow down to his system, his technocracy, all right, his devices, that you shall be canceled and be deleted. All right.
Verse 16, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads."
So when this devil mandates this, all right, when he mandates this for his system, he is giving you the ability to say, if you but do this, you can have the cares of this life taken care of. If you but do this, you can go back to your regular scheduled program. If you can do this, hey, everything will go back to the way it was pre-pandemic. You see, the market is crashing. Don't worry, we're going to take care of that. We're going to give you universal basic income.
Yeah, Trump said, "Don't worry about it. Don't look at the stock market."
Right,
Fuck. You think he doing that?
right. I'm
No.
secure. As long as you believe that this devil can protect you, you're okay. That's what he's telling you. He said, don't worry.
Yeah, and these dumbasses, they, you know, these insiders, they're looking at the, a lot of them, you know, you know, a nation against nation, but they split. You know, it's like, I mean, if Satan is divided, how can you know, how can his house stand? Because these insiders are like, in one aspect, they're advocating for what Trump is doing, and then in another aspect, they you know, talking out against it. You have people that truly believe what these tariffs and everything is going to put America in a better space economically.
And how could you ever see that?
I mean, really, it's just a tariff war, man. That's all is being sparked, and they just doing, you know, tit for tat. Are you gonna raise this 10%? We're gonna hit you with 10%, and there's no, you know, there's no really sound reasoning behind it, because this is what's leading up into World War III.
Right, and who's the losers? The real losers are the consumers. All right, in this tariff war of all nations.
Yeah, because when oil, you know, gets marked up, they gonna mark it up even more to still make their profit.
Right. It's all you consumers, especially you, Jake, because you already don't have it. So how much more? You were barely making ends meet. How much more? All right. How much more hell is going to be added onto you?
Everything's being tailored to, you know, to force the collapse, and then these devils is gonna force you into the MOTB.
Hey, those Dino Nuggets were $4.75. Now they're $14.75.
Yeah, a bag of chips.
Right?
Dinner $8.
Hey, and you know this devil, what is he gonna do? He's gonna give you the best prices right now, so you can go out and try to get everything. And when you go out and try to get everything, you're not gonna look at what really is gonna sustain.
Yeah, TVs is you know, good for the meantime, but well, they said with these tariffs, a brother put in the chat, you know, that it's gonna iPhone 16 is gonna go from $580 to $850.
Right, and that's just in developing the iPhone. All right, because that article said in the development of the iPhone, it cost $560 something, and now it's going to cost $800. So they got to pass that on to the consumer. And the iPhone's what, already like
over 15.
Like 15, right? So how much more?
3,000 for the phone. Really?
No.
E-bikes,
Fuck it.
right? Hey, the goods, your shoes, Jordans are $230 right now on the low end.
Yeah, everything's gonna go up.
And they're imported from China. That's 50 to 60% tax. But if you buy American, what's made in America? All right? But the material still comes from overseas. Everything's going up. Hey, the apostles been saying it 40 plus years. Apostle Tahar, Apostle Bar, Apostle Rakam, Apostle Ramla. Hey, hyperinflation.
Yeah, this place is through.
It's through. If you don't receive, hey, the Neuralink, the Walmart, the digital ID, all right, the digital tattoo.
Larry Fink, right, the CEO of BlackRock, is saying in an article recently, a few days ago, that you know, Bitcoin gonna take over. That's letting you know everything's going digital. That's your dollar, your IOU note ain't worth shit.
Right. Hey,
now the trees can be happy because they ain't gotta get chopped down no more for nothing.
Hey, if he said, hey, that this particular Bitcoin's gonna take over, know that it's something else. All right, he's just telling you a sleight of hand. Bitcoin's gonna be the one to take over, so everybody's gonna go invest in Bitcoin. All right, it doesn't matter where it is. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is about to end all this shit.
Yeah, because it's gonna have to be government regulated before, you know, whatever, you know, digital currency is. you know, it has to be government regulated. So there's going to be a process
Right.
to switch it over. And if they can't get that company to, you know, be on the same page with them, they going to do what they need to do to take it over or set up something new.
Sell all these platforms and CEOs of these platforms, hey, either come up QQ or death or something like that, or they comply.
Yeah.
Right?
Verse 17 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the MARK, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
Hey, unless you are ready to get down with the system, you're not going to have an option to buy, sell. Hey, you're going to hope that you can barter. You're going to hope that somebody is merciful unto you. Because this devil is not going to care. You see, and don't think it's just going to happen overnight, where he's going to say, hey, do this, and then, Yahushua is coming the next day. It's a period of suffering that you have to go through as well. How much more when your faith is being tried and tested in that day and that time?
Right.
Right? We know not the hour, the time, nor day. But we know that Yahushua is a man of action. And he's a man of refinement. He said, I will try you as gold in the fire. That refining process still happens.
Right.
All right? Your works have to be tested. Will you stand on business? Will you still be found faithful and true? After everything is gone away, after the MOTB is here, after the devil thinks that he is all, hey, he got it. He's in there. At the pride of his height of performing that false miracles and everything, then Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to take him out. So he's got to let him sit in it for a minute. He's got to let him boast and brag and get that pride. Yeah.
That pride.
Yeah, shit, we did it. Hey, high five, celebration, all right. We did it. It's here. How much more?
Who gonna stop us?
Yeah, let's see what else we can do. Yeah. Hey, look at this, look at this. Look at this, look what we're about to do here. That's what this devil wants.
He wants some kicking and brain shit.
Right, and that's what he's gonna get. He's gonna get to that point of pride where he said, damn, now I sit on the throne as the Most High.
Yeah, so in fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. You know?
We got an eagle, American eagle in his chest, American.
Yeah, that's he a Jake.
Yeah.
And dealt with him before.
Yeah, we dealt with him before, but I've never seen his captivity.
Oh, I got Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right, try them that shall dwell upon the earth. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, he's going to try us in that hour, try us in that day, and we're being tried now. All right? It is that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to do. Why? To find out if you're faithful and true, if you adhere unto him, if you cling unto him, if you obey his ways, and if you truly love him. All right? We got to bring
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, verse 31. It says, all these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. 32. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell there. They will dwell where they will, nor go up and down. 33. They shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit in the judge's seat, nor understand the sentences of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment, and they shall not be found where parables are spoken. 34. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft.
Right.
So, as the scriptures say, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the ways thereof are the ways of death. And that's how these people are. They go about their own understanding. They won't subdue their own understanding and take heed to the word. Okay, because they believe what they think is right when they don't know a damn thing at all about how to be a righteous judge or how to.
They don't know how to live.
Yeah, they don't know how to live.
Defy the ordinance that the Most High put out.
Right.
All right, and that's what Babylon the Great, America has capitalized on. Is that confusion? You know, Babylon just means confusion. All right, they set up their own laws, own ordinances, and all of that is contrary to what the Most High ordained as righteous living. Which, if you live by the commandments, you know that's the keys to immortality. You know, that's going to be instilled in the nation of Israel in the kingdom.
The scriptures say he divides the district by law. All the deeds that he wants to do, hey, he puts it in laws.
You know,
He makes it law.
and all you really need is this book right here, because this is the instruction of life.
Right. Hey, he said, what does he say? Let justice be our
Wisdom of Solomon 2.
let justice be our
Let just be our strength.
yeah.
That's you know what this devil live by. You know, they live by the laws that they put in place. That's how they control. And they're living by their own laws. It says that in Daniel too, that they changed the ordinances.
Let me start off at 9. This Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 9, it reads, let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs and the aged.
Right, and that's why you got people working, and they elderly, but yet they didn't, something happened along the way where they didn't get Social Security, or they didn't have enough in their 401k, so now they got to be working until damn near they die.
Hey, verse 11. Here's the point. Let our strength be the law of justice. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. All right? So the law of justice, all right? Hey, justice is blind. All right?
And they had that one lady,
Yeah.
with the blindfold on and the holding the
Scales.
the statue.
That's what Yahweh Shimei this devil has that blessing. That's part of his sword blessing, is devising, using his laws as mischief, so therefore he can perform the things that he feels is necessary, because he sets himself up as the judge on the seat as the most high.
Right, and the MOTB is law.
Right.
It's gonna be law.
He said made mandatory.
You got damn, I just lost it. Yeah, because they think that they are God. Yeah, because he's the God of this world. Yeah, he set himself up as the God of this world.
God is above us. He's the most high.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. That's what you space. That's like God. Everybody talking.
So what? I'm sorry. Believing. Right. Yeah. Most High. He dwells in the heavens. All right. Because here it is. Everybody's trying to set themselves up once again, especially Esau. This world is about self-preservation, self-will, self-glorification. You have to be the one. I'm the man. I'm that bitch. All right. I'm the one. All right. That's what these people want. All right. These females want to believe that I'm the one. All right. I'm the top bitch. I'm that. Dudes believe, hey, I'm the top guy. Right. It's not. You're nothing.
It's a proud.
Yes, proud. Right. And that's why that bracelet that people used to wear, what would Jesus do? Right? Even though his name is not Jesus, but what would Yahweh do? Right? What would he do? And what he would do, is be pleasing unto the Father and live after the way of Father according to his will. And that he has purposed us to do. This whole world is adverse right now. And that's why we're all in such a low case.
And that's why it's going to be destroyed.
Yep.
It got to be broken down to be brought up new. So you can't put too much in. And just as the devil's is doing it on the left-hand side, it's also...
they are not. They are the true sons of God. They are not the devil.
Who?
Anybody.
No, there's a wicked. There's a wicked amongst us. There's a wicked amongst us.
Yeah.
There's three groups of classifications of people: the sons of men, which are the heathen nations, as you can see on that tribe chart. The wicked, which is Esau Edom, who proclaims to be the self-proclaimed white man. All right, he's actually the wicked, the physical counterpart of Satan. All right, and then you have the Israelites, who are the sons of God. All right, and you could look like anything, but your father's line has to go back to Negroes, Latino, and Native American. So if you have your one of your forefathers, your great grandfather is Italian, you got a good chance of you being an Israelite, or your great grandfather is Irish or even Native American. If your lineage goes back. Now we don't know for a fact. Hey, I can't trace my ancestor DNA, but we try the spirit by the spirit.
Right.
If you have a zeal for understanding the truth, hey, more than likely you're an Israelite, and you need to take heed and get right with the Most High before He comes back to do His judgment.
Right.
And that's all that we out here preaching. We warning the people that destruction is coming. America is going to be destroyed. All right, because of the abomination and the philosophies that they've been pushing out and spewing across the whole world. All right, they have this whole world in delusion, thinking that up is down and left is right. And the Most High is going to judge them for that. And He's going to, through in that judgment, He's going to save His elect, His true believers. All right, and they're going to come out of that nation of Israel.
I know you guys are churchy, right? You're a church.
Yeah.
And I like your church, okay? And how you do it. What is the denomination of the church?
Yeah.
We're Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, that's who the Bible.
Do you also
People
go,
of the Bible.
do you also go to church?
This is
Like,
church.
This is
This is our church, yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Right.
Cool.
Right, 'cause the
Because
Spirit
That's what I
bears
wanted
witness.
to do.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to do.
he said,
I wanted
You got it?
to.
Yahweh Shai said that the temple dwelleth in you.
Right.
meaning that we are that temple now, because what happened in history, they kept on destroying our temples, our houses of worship. Okay, so now he made us the church, because you can't take away what we have in our bodies. That's why these devils want to come with that MOTB,
Black devil is not wrong.
with the CHIP.
That's what they call it. It is not wrong.
I mean,
He's the one in the Bible that they're all there, and it's like that. And it's not wrong.
yeah, the devil comes in many shapes and forms, right? He could be a black devil, he could be a white devil, he could be a red devil.
My family was taking orders from me back in like 1500, just before the dawn, and we were church that time. My family spoke about all the too.
Hey, all warriors of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Whether on the left-hand side or whether on the right-hand side.
That would be the first Italian island.
Yeah. 8:16 says, the Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Right. So our spirit bears witness with Yahweh Shem Yahushai spirit. Where do you find his spirit?
We just found it, like that, right there, sitting now, like it right there,
Quick.
written. Like I'm amazed.
Right?
I mean, truly, like that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Because it resonates with you.
So that's that good chance.
That's the
And Yahweh Shem Yahushai is showing.
Yeah.
You coming up to the altar of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is an altar. And what we're doing is we're bearing witness and giving sacrifice unto him. All right? Everybody who walks by, everybody who's listening, everybody's being judged. They might not understand it. They might not want to care, want to don't. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey, has us out here to tell you that. Everybody's being judged. Brothers, speak loud enough so you can hear. You see us over there, those people see us over there. There's some people who watch from over there. You placed your eyes upon us, you are therefore being judged because you should have went and found out what they were
Read.
talking about.
read down on that. We want to read down, and then we close if you want to close out after that.
This Romans 8:17, it says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with the Mashiach Christ. For so be that we suffer with him, that we may be glorified also
Yeah,
together.
and you got one more on that too.
For our low estate that we are in, we have to suffer. Because the servant's not greater than the master. Right? When so-called Jesus, who they put on the cross, which his name is Yahweh Shai, he was meant to suffer for who? It said he was meant to suffer for our sin. Lord willing, will we be of the elect number, but he was suffering for his nation, for Israel. He didn't come to save anybody else. He didn't get up on the cross for these other heathen nations. He got up on the cross for his people.
they bought and then get bought consistently for wanting the money and not accepting the terms.
Well, those are not the people. Those are not the people of the Most High. Us here,
That's right,
who in the low condition,
like Jesus said.
are the people.
That's right.
You know, and he said that you're gonna have joint heirs. I mean, we're gonna get that same reward that Yahweh Shai
Yep.
received. You know, that reward is is heavenly. We get the riches and wealth that come with it, but we get those our bodies change, which we're gonna actually be in a higher spiritual body. It's a celestial body in the scriptures. So we won't be subject to death. We're not gonna be subject to being sick. Man, everything is a healing. The Lord said He came not for the sick,
He came for the sick. He didn't come for. He came for the sick. He didn't come for the man that knows everything. He came for those in the lowly state. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and pull that right there. Rush, go ahead and pull that.
9 in Matthew 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let him grab that first.
Yeah, you can get the apocryphal position. those who were sick.
It's in Matthew 9.
I believe 9 and 26. Needeth not a physician.
Matthew, say 26.
9 and 26. Is that not it? Hold on, he needeth not a physician. It was no, it might be 12. Try 12.
Yeah, let's think about that. So, Matthew
9 and 12.
9 and 12. Good. Yep. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 12, and I'm starting at verse 11. No, verse 10, and it says, "And it came to pass, as Yahushua sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples."
So Yahushua, who the world even calls Jesus Christ, right? Yahushua, he sat with who? Sinners, publicans. He sat with those people who were low. He sat with all people, low and high, right? To give them the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding. Because they're sick. Go ahead and read that from the top again.
Matthew chapter 9, verse 10. It says, "And it came to pass, as Yahushua sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples." Verse 11. "And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners?"
Right. This is the men of renown, the men who were supposed to be so high and everything. Your modern day politicians, your modern day pulpit pastors. Said, why are you sitting with these people? There's no reason for you to sit with them. You're holy. You're good. Don't deal with them. You're not supposed to. Don't deal with the poor. Don't deal with the man whose mind is broken. He's in a lowly state. Don't deal with him. This is what they're essentially saying to him. Why is your master doing it? Look at him. And this is the man you want to follow? Go ahead.
Verse 12. "But when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician."
So if you've got everything and you know everything and you're whole, what need do you need to go see a doctor? Why do you need a physician if you're healthy? Because in their mind, they're healthy. Not understand that the world is defiled and sick, and therefore you're in the world. You were born into this world already at a disadvantage. So you automatically needed a physician even though you were fucking born in the world. From the food that your mother ate, through the air that she breathed, through the music that was playing while you were in her womb, through the very time your father and your mother got together and you were conceived, you were already set as what? Being sick. Because that's the only thing that this world knows at this point in time is sickness, death, decay, being rotten. This is what this world is about right now. And now that the prophets are on the scene, starting from Alba Bivens and our head apostle Tahar, all right, hey, starting from Yahushua, when the ministry fully came, but now returning the word that we may be able to understand from Alba Bivens to our apostle Tahar, apostle Gabar, apostle Rama, apostle Rakak, the elders and the bishops, all the way to the newest brother, providing the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the Holy Spirit, the Rahak Wadash, that we are able to receive and give you the word. Give the people who are walking by the word, even if they care, don't care, or even if they accept. If you accept it, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. If you don't accept it, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because prophecy is being fulfilled. His word is still going out. His message is still being heard and spoken. That's what we're out here for. That's what the testimony is for. It's saying, my elect, my sheep, come unto me. That's what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is calling for. Come unto me, my sheep. I'm here. I'm for you. I love you. Just do what I say and I'll protect you. I will deliver you. Listen up, my sheep, my people. Listen to me. This is what the cry is about. This is what he wants for us. his nation. But two-thirds of our people on the shores of America say no. Not for me. And since it's not for you, he will destroy it. Ultimately to bring you back so you can get it in.
Bring you back in the right state of mind,
In the
because
right state of
they
mind.
too far gone to get it on this side. So they have to be completely destroyed, and done away with to be brought back in a righteous state of mind. I had you read 26, right?
He's got one more.
Yeah, 9 and. Okay.
Or I mean,
Yeah, I can
12.
just do one
My
more.
bad.
This is I'm gonna start with 12 again. Matthew 9 and 12. But when Yahushua heard that, he said unto them, "They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick."
Right. They that be whole needeth not a physician, but they that be sick.
I don't know why I keep on saying 26.
All right?
This is stuck
So-
there.
We are sick. We need our physician.
Somewhere
We're
else
calling
it
out
is
unto the
9,
doctor. We
26
picked up
verse
the
5.
phone. He said, Yahweh Shemi Awashai. We heard a call. Somebody said, man, you don't look too well. All right? Somebody in the world said, man, you don't look too well. That was the Holy Spirit saying, you're not looking too well. Go seek that physician. And then somebody gave us the name. I said, what? The name? His name is what? That's the doctor I need to go see. That physician right there, he's the best and world-renowned physician. He is the universe claims him. Yahweh has spoken of him.
That'd be great.
Jake. All right? Hey,
Yeah, man.
but it's Yahweh Shai. It's Yahweh Shai that has called through the will of Yahweh that we be able to receive this. All right?
Verse 13. But go ye and learn what that meaneth. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance.
Right. He said, I've not come to call the righteous, but I'm calling the sinners unto repentance. That's who I want. I want the people who need me. I
Right.
want those who are lowly, who are in a bad case, who have done
Boy, they do.
the things that aren't pleasing, so that I may teach them and show them that this is what you need.
Right, because
That's right.
Yahweh Shai was that, he was teaching them that he was that ultimate sacrifice. Because in the law, you would sin and then make an atonement for it. You would have the priest make an atonement for it, or offer up a sacrifice. But Yahweh Shai was coming to put an end to that, to that need. Okay, because they couldn't see that they weren't perfect themselves, but they had it in their mind that they were, according to the law that they kept. And that's what Paul spoke about too. We're justified by faith in Yahweh Shai. This is Ecclesiasticus 38 and 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye have of him, for the Lord hath created him.
Yep. Hey, so Yahweh Shemi Shai was appointed for what? He was appointed for our purpose. Our purpose to do his will. He was appointed to heal us, to fix us, so we can walk after his way. Right? And it goes on to say here, go ahead and read it.
Isaiah 1:5.
Start it.
It's Isaiah 1:5. It says, "Why should ye be stricken anymore? Why will you revolt more and more? The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint."
Right. The whole head is sick. Why should you care anymore? Why should you hold yourself and try to hold yourself up anymore? You're sick. And when you're sick, what do you need? You need to be healed. You need a cure. Go ahead.
From the sole of the feet, even the head up there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and petrifying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Yeah.
Right. Either mollified with ointment, so it hasn't been taken care of. The only time that it's going to get taken care of is when you cling onto this word, because that physician. Can you read that one more time?
I dropped it.
right, is here for us. Go ahead and close out after that.
Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 38 and 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Lord hath created him, for of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king.
So that physician is honored by the king. He has purposed his use to heal us, his people, his nation. Because we're sick from the foot to the head.
Yeah, that's speaking of the whole nation, you know.
How Bashim Yahushua is for his nation, for his people.
You got Romans 18 or 8 and 18.
He's right there.
I like that.
Yeah. This Romans 8 and 18, it says, for I reckon.
And this is this is the honor that Yahushua received, and us being under Yahushua's stead, we're gonna receive that same the glory in likewise manner. You got it.
This Romans 8 and 18 again. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Right. Revealed in the glory, you know, the suffering that we go through now is not to be compared to. So the end reward or the end result of all this suffering, you know, is far above our imagination. You know, we're gonna be kings and rulers of this of the earth. You know, we're gonna be caretakers of the earth, making sure that everything's in order. You know, everybody's doing what they need to do in righteousness, and then the earth is gonna be, you know, the influence on earth is just gonna be perfection. That's what we're bringing back. And when everything's in perfect order, I mean, we're going back into paradise. You know, we get servants. You know, you don't have to lift a finger, you know, unless it be a direct order from the Most High, you know, and Yahushua.
This is 2 Corinthians 2, Salaki 4 and 17. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exciting and eternal weight of glory. Exceeding an eternal weight of glory, while we look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are not seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Right. So that goes into faith. Faith is eternal. All right. Our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua therefore has to be eternal. Everything that is seen here, this is temporary. But the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is eternal. It's that forever love. That forever love that he shows unto his nation. All right? That you got it, Durash.
This is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 1.
We're going to read through 5.
No? Read the 5. Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat.
Right, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushua said, hey, if you're thirsty, come unto me. All right, for I am the water. If you're hungry, eat of me. I am the bread. I'm the bread of life. All right, go ahead.
And it says, ye come, buy wine and milk without money, and without price.
Right, buy wine and milk. Right? Wine, hey, being something a little bit more substance, a little bit stronger. Milk being the stuff that you feed the babies. Right? A baby doesn't drink, well, most babies don't drink.
Excuse me.
Right? But all babies drink milk. Right? Right? Hey, it's the milk from the breast, right? Is the nutrients and the substance and everything that they need, right? They don't need table food. They don't need they don't need red wine. They need milk, right? But as you get older, you can start partaking of stronger drinks. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness.
Here it is. Everybody is partaking of the things of the world. The things of the world that aren't profitable unto them. Right? Whether it be a physical bread, all right, or whether it be this spiritual bread that these pulpit pimps, pastors, Catholic priests, and small hatters and everybody else tries to use and say, oh, well, God's here, and charges you for it. Right? You here. If your prosperity doctrine, to be better, you must give more. If you want to be a better Christian, you got to give more. You didn't put 10% last time in the offering plate. That's why you're going through the hell you're going through. Because I seen you had $100 in your pocket, and you gave $5. Right? You're a bad Christian. That's what they'll tell you. All right? You didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Supposed to put the whole money in.
Right. You weren't supposed to think about anything else but how you can put, hey, your bishop, your whoever. I don't give a fuck what the denomination is. All right? As long as you are taking care of them, all right, you're good. But when you stop taking care of them in that prosperity slave mentality doctrine, all right, there's an issue. All right, go ahead.
Verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me.
Listen to what Yahweh Shemiah Shai is saying. He said, incline your ear. Listen up. Listen up to what I tell you and how to the way to live and what it is that you need. Listen, I'm going to give it to you. I'm not going to charge you. I'm going to give it to you. I will put men out on the highways and byways after my own heart, the way that I know my heart, my feeling, all right? My feeling, if you want to say that. But my heart, my understanding, and my mind. I will give a man to give to you the righteousness and the glory so you can receive it all. If you but listen. Listen to what I have for you. Read that from the top. Huh? Listen to what I have for you. Go ahead.
And it says, here and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with
Read
you.
from the top.
Okay. Verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
The sure mercy. It's for sure. It's for sure. David was a man after the Most High's heart. He said, David, who? Who is David to Yahweh by Shemiah Shai? Who is David to Yahweh? It's his friend. A man after his own heart. Who does and who pleases him in the way that he seemed fit. This is not his only begotten son. This is a man that he's pleased with next to his son. Him. I'm making a house for him. My only begotten son is going to come through his lineage. It's him, that man right there. That's who I want. I want him. You.
Yes.
I want you. You. Nuh-uh, not you. I want you, David. Bring him here. Slay Goliath. That's who I want. I want him to slay Goliath. I want David. That's what the Most High said. A man after his own heart. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander to the people. Verse 5. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee, because of the Lord thy power, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee.
Because of David's faith, and because of David's blessing through the Most High Yahweh, the Most High sent him his only begotten son to put him on the throne to be of his lineage, so that his name is renowned, so that his name, he has a name,
Right.
that he runs the nation of Israel under Yahweh Shai. This is the house of David, through the will of Yahweh and confirmed by his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. This is what our heritage is. This is worth fighting for. Everything else is just a side note. Everything else is just a time period so we can learn how to be righteous, to come back unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and please him. You see, he has a particular way that he wants his sacrifice, and no other way is accepted. So I will teach you how to do it. I will teach you to walk like me. I will teach you to talk like me. I will teach you to be, to the ability that you cannot no longer deny, or nobody can separate you from me, because what they see you, they see me. When you see the Son, you see the Father. There's nothing else. There's no distinction. He might look like him, but I see the Father in him. And that's it. He doesn't go to the left. He doesn't go to the right. He stays on the path of the Father, and that's straight ahead. Everything else is bullshit. Don't let nobody tell you that. Don't let nobody tell you that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is not just, and that his nation is not a nation anymore. Those fucking small hatters are just that. Motherfuckers with small hats. Some fucking clowns. All right? Fucking, yeah.
You want to read 6? He wants you to read 6. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to put, that's you got to have that kingdom mindset, you know, and walk with you know, knowing that you're actually more than what this world perceive you as. All right, because at the end, it's going to be all under, you know, it's going to be given unto us. You know, so yeah, act accordingly, you know, and that goes in the lowest state that you're in now. You know, what you have, take care of it. What you know, and walk about, you know, as that Christian saying says, you know, what would, you know, Yahweh Shai do? What, you know, put on as the elect.
Yep. Hey,
put on as that chosen vessel. You got it.
What you don't have is not what you need.
Right.
What you need, he will provide unto you.
No. He said, pray not for the things that you know, that you need, because the Father already know what you need.
Right.
You know?
Right, and we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty myself of it. How can you pray for something? Stand on faith.
All I need is you.
Right? All we need is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All we need is the word. That's all we need. And anything else is, like, once again, it's just a surplus. It's just to be able to maneuver in this world.
You know?
Most satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is the most satisfying. Yep.
This is verse 6, Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Right. Call upon him while he is near. And he is near now. He is nearer than he's ever been before. Hey, coming back. Yahweh is about to send his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, back to what? To take all this shit and throw it away. To do away, burn this shit up. Because back in the ancient days, right, there was no landfills. Guess what? After it reached a certain point, light that shit on fire. This all is trash. This is an abomination unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is that spiritual landfill. And what has to happen? All this shit has to be burned. This so-called great country is going to be burned with thermonuclear fire. You already have all these other countries talking about war. You have America talking about war. We already know it's coming. Everybody feels it, because war has a certain spirit to it. Everybody is feeling some type of unrest, whether
uneasy.
Yeah, or whether it be a so-called civil unrest, or whether it be a world war. Every little marker is inching its way up to the ultimate goal is third world. The third world war for the deliverance of the children of Israel. That's what all this is about.
Second
Yahweh
third world conquest.
sent his only begotten son to deliver his
I believe
elect
it's in
out of
7.
the nation of Israel. From the nation of Israel to deliver them, hey,
No.
to set up a new government and build a new way,
Yeah, man.
which is the way of old. All right? Hey, Lord willing, you got something?
It says the second will pass, the third will come quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, you just quoted. That's good. It's in Revelation. That's good.
All right. Well, Lord willing, this is an edifying, uplifting camp. All right. We're going to face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, to all the Akim out there teaching, preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children this morning, rising up God in the house of David. And the next time it's men of valor saying Shalom.
Shalom, Kwam Yashrala, Wa Ba Ba.
Shalom.